Hello, everyone who join us today. This is the last session that we're going to have. It's 6 minutes right now. I think we're just going to start. As always, I'll give you a little bit video as an introduction on the topic. But in general, we stopped last time we talked about analyzing digital tools, and I give you examples of few tools that are quite usable for to running the business or NGO or any other perspective that we can. I mean, any digitalization could be sustainable. So, and I also didn't mention, and I didn't have a chance to add it to our presentation, but want to mention that there is also a new tool that appeared on the market. It's called Zapier, and I'm going to introduce you also to GPT chat, because we talk about the GPT chat also as a great successful tool for the businesses or any solutions that you need toward sustainable business. So basically, let's start on a GPT first. So GPT, and we did talk that you can use it in a different perspectives as a content, a creator, on copywriting, picturing, videos, audios, etc. Also as an analyzing tool, and also since I think 2-3 weeks ago, the GPT launched a new upgrade. So now the GPT chat is actually using data of 2023 until 2023, and this changes a lot. So what was the GPT? It was your assistant that you can write to, and today GPT-4 is actually has lots of new features. I'm not going to tell. But I'm gonna show you the video where they introduce all these features that they have, and I think it's usable very much. You have to pay for that, but even though this is just a little money, it's not an advertisement, but it's a little money, but it's very useful. And what else? It's a game changer for the businesses. So basically they gave free access to use the GPT prompt, and you can teach your personal chat, and even more, you can give it to people for free, and even more to make a profit after it. So basically, it's a game changer for the businesses, for just entrepreneurs or people, students in general, to try their own ideas, because you don't need to know how to code. You don't need to be a developer. Basically, everything right now is totally just you adding a prompt that you're going to use in GPT, and that will create the product what you need. Now GPT can analyze a mass of information, a mass of files, and this makes our work more simpler, to simplify our work. Also, when you teaching your GPT chat or the chat that you're gonna connect it to your business, that chat you can provide him a 10 pages instruction that, okay, don't say this, say that, and those instructions will be analyzed. So if before GPT chat didn't give an opportunity to upload more than 10,000 characters, which is about 1 page, maybe 2 pages maximum, now you can do even more. And if I remember correctly, even up to 300 pages, which is a whole book. And that helps the AI to actually customize your chat as you want. So since it was launched just a few weeks ago, and oh yeah, and coming to the Zapier, and since they just launched, and those active people, they start using those prompts, and those prompts are actually make life totally simpler. So there is one tool, it calls Zapier. I'll probably gonna add a link after our presentation to this presentation, so you will receive it on email already with the link. So Zapier is basically a tool that also with the GPT, as we already mentioned, chat, but it makes your social media very easy to handle. You don't need to send it, for example, the message or the post. You just give it to GPT and you say, GPT, send it to all of my networks. And it's going to send to all of the network. Even more, if someone will reply, it will automatically reply to them unless you tell it to reply. And it has a lot more perspectives. It can create the pictures also all automatically. It can do replies. What's the cool feature? You don't need to go inside each of your application. You're going to use only one. And since the GPT controlling right now by voice, this is so easy. And I just want to show you how it does it work. Okay, assistant, can you tell my group what is the sustainability, please? And we have this app. Just let it be loading.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
Okay, well, we have a trouble connection, but fine. She speaks on every language you need, and you don't need to teach or translate your content. Basically, in any languages that you're going to provide to that program will be analyzed in the easiest way. Even more, provided the feedback in a language you need or you want. So I wanted to introduce the last updates that GPT did, and which is the game changer for everything. And then we'll continue on the last session, and we're going to talk about strategies of digital transformation.
Elige tu seguro de salud con Mafre, la telemedicina más avanzada, estés donde estés.
But let's enhance this app by adding a very simple assistant to it. This is the screen. We're going to come back to it in a second. First, I'm going to switch over to the new assistants playground. Creating an assistant is easy. You just...
Good morning. Welcome to our first ever OpenAI Dev Day. About a year ago, November 30th, we shipped ChatGPT as a low-key research preview. And that went pretty well. We followed that up with the launch of GPT-4, still the most capable model out in the world. And in the last few months, we launched voice and vision capabilities so that ChatGPT can now see, hear, and speak. And more recently, we launched DALL-E 3, the world's most advanced image model. You can use it, of course, inside of ChatGPT. For our enterprise customers, we launched ChatGPT Enterprise, which offers enterprise-grade security and privacy, higher speed GPT-4 access, longer context windows, a lot more. Today, we've got about 2 million developers building on our API for a wide variety of use cases, doing amazing stuff. Over 92% of Fortune 500 companies building on our products. And we have about 100 million weekly active users now on ChatGPT. And what's incredible on that is we got there entirely through word of mouth. People just find it useful and tell their friends. OpenAI is the most advanced and the most widely used AI platform in the world now. So now, on to the new stuff, and we have got a lot. Today, we are launching a new model, GPT-4 Turbo. We've got 6 major things to talk about for this part. Number 1, context length. A lot of people have tasks that require a much longer context length. GPT-4 supported up to 8K, and in some cases up to 32K context length. GPT-4 Turbo supports up to 128,000 tokens of context. That's 300 pages of a standard book, 16 times longer than our 8K context. And in addition to longer context length, you'll notice that the model is much more accurate over a long context. Number 2, more control. We've heard loud and clear that developers need more control over the model's responses and outputs. So we've addressed that in a number of ways. We have a new feature called JSON mode, which ensures that the model will respond with valid JSON. The model is also much better at function calling. You can now call many functions at once. And it'll do better at following instructions in general. We're also introducing a new feature called reproducible outputs. You can pass a seed parameter, and it'll make the model return consistent outputs. This, of course, gives you a higher degree of control over model behavior. This rolls out in beta today. All right, number 3, better world knowledge. We're launching retrieval in the platform. You can bring knowledge from outside documents or databases into whatever you're building. We're also updating the knowledge cutoff. We are just as annoyed as all of you, probably more, that GPT-4's knowledge about the world ended in 2021. We will try to never let it get that out of date again. GPT-4 Turbo has knowledge about the world up to April of 2023, and we will continue to improve that over time. Number 4, new modalities. Surprising no one, DALL-E 3, GPT-4 Turbo with Vision, and the new text-to-speech model are all going into the API today. GPT-4 Turbo can now accept images as inputs via the API, can generate captions, classifications, and analysis. For example, Be My Eyes uses this technology to help people who are blind or have low vision with their daily tasks like identifying products in front of them. And with our new text-to-speech model, you'll be able to generate incredibly natural-sounding audio from text in the API with 6 preset voices to choose from. I'll play an example.
Did you know that Alexander Graham Bell, the eminent inventor, was enchanted by the world of sounds? His ingenious mind led to the creation of the graphophone, which etched sounds onto wax, making voices whisper through time.
This is much more natural than anything else we've heard out there. Voice can make apps more natural to interact with and more accessible. It also unlocks a lot of use cases like language learning and voice assistance. Speaking of new modalities, we're also releasing the next version of our open source speech recognition model, Whisper v3 today, and it'll be coming soon to the API. It features improved performance across many languages, and we think you're really gonna like it. Okay, number 5, customization. You may want a model to learn a completely new knowledge domain, or to use a lot of proprietary data. So today we're launching a new program called Custom Models. With custom models, our researchers will work closely with a company to help them make a great custom model, especially for them and their use case using our tools. In the interest of expectations, at least initially, it won't be cheap. But if you're excited to push things as far as they can currently go, please get in touch with us, and we think we can do something pretty great. Okay, and then number 6, higher rate limits. We're doubling the tokens per minute for all of our established GPT-4 customers so that it's easier to do more. In addition to these rate limits, we're introducing Copyright Shield. Copyright Shield means that we will step in and defend our customers and pay the costs incurred if you face legal claims around copyright infringement, and this applies both to ChatGPT Enterprise and the API. And let me be clear, this is a good time to remind people, we do not train on data from the API or ChatGPT Enterprise ever. There's actually one more developer request that's been even bigger than all of these, and that's pricing. And GPT-4 Turbo, a better model, is considerably cheaper than GPT-4 by a factor of 3x for prompt tokens and 2x for completion tokens starting today. The new pricing is 1 cent per 1,000 prompt tokens and 3 cents per 1,000 completion tokens. For most customers, that will lead to a blended rate more than 2.75 times cheaper to use for GPT-4 Turbo than GPT-4. We worked super hard to make this happen. We hope you're as excited about it as we are. In all of this, we're lucky to have a partner who is instrumental in making it happen. So I'd like to bring on a special guest, Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Satya, thanks so much for coming here. How is Microsoft thinking about the partnership currently?
Look, first, we love you guys. Look, it's been fantastic for us. You guys have built something magical. I mean, quite frankly, there are 2 things for us when it comes to the partnership. The first is these workloads. It's just so different and new. I've been in this infrastructure business for 3 decades.
No one has ever seen infrastructure like
this. And the workload, the pattern of the workload, these training jobs are so synchronous and so large and so data parallel. And so the first thing that we have been doing is building, in partnership with you, the system, all the way from thinking from power to the DC, to the rack, to the accelerators, to the network, and just really the shape of Azure is drastically changed and is changing rapidly in support of these models that you're building. And so our job number one is to build the best systems so that you can build the best models and then make that all available to developers.
Great. And how do you think about the future? Future of the partnership or future of AI or whatever?
Yeah, there are a couple of things for me that I think are going to be very, very key for us, right? One is I just described how the systems that are needed as you aggressively push forward on your roadmap requires us to be on the top of our game. And we intend fully to commit ourselves deeply to making sure you all, as builders of these foundation models, have not only the best systems for training and inference, but the most compute so that you can keep pushing forward on the frontiers. And then, of course, we're very grounded in the fact that safety matters, and safety is not something that you'd care about later, but it's something we do shift left on, and we're very, very focused on that with you all.
Great. Well, I think we have the best partnership in tech. I'm excited for us to build AGI together.
No, I'm really excited. Have a fantastic
Thank you very much for coming. Okay, even though this is a developer conference, we can't resist making some improvements to ChatGPT. So a small one, ChatGPT now uses GPT-4 Turbo with all the latest improvements, including the latest knowledge cutoff, which will continue to update. That's all live today. It can now browse the web when it needs to, write and run code, analyze data, take and generate images, and much more. And we heard your feedback, that model picker, extremely annoying. That is gone starting today. You will not have to click around the drop-down menu. ChatGPT will just know what to use and when you need it. But that's not the main thing. I want to talk about where we're headed, and the main thing we're here to talk about today. We know that people want AI that is smarter, more personal, more customizable, can do more on your behalf. Eventually, you'll just ask a computer for what you need, and it'll do all of these tasks for you. These capabilities are often talked in the AI field about as agents. The upsides of this are going to be tremendous. So today, we're taking our first small step that moves us towards this future. We're thrilled to introduce GPTs. GPTs are tailored versions of ChatGPT for a specific purpose. You can build a GPT, a customized version of ChatGPT for almost anything, with instructions, expanded knowledge, and actions, and then you can publish it for others to use. So first, let's look at a few examples. Canva has built a GPT that lets you start designing by describing what you want in natural language. If you say, make a poster for a dev day reception this evening, and you give it some details, it'll generate a few options to start with by hitting Canva's APIs. Now, this concept may be familiar to some of you. We've evolved our plugins to be custom actions for GPTs. You can keep chatting with this to see different iterations, and when you see one you like, you can click through to Canva for the full design experience. So now, we'd like to show you a GPT live. Zapier has built a GPT that lets you perform actions across 6,000 applications to unlock all kinds of integration possibilities. I'd like to introduce Jessica, one of our solutions architects, who is going to drive this demo. Welcome, Jessica.
My name is Jessica Shea. I work with partners and customers to bring their product to life. And today, I can't wait to show you how hard we've been working on this. So to start, where your GPT will live is on this upper left corner. I'm going to start with clicking on the Zapier AI actions. And on the right-hand side, you can see that's my calendar for today. To start, I can ask, what's on my schedule for today? We build GPTs with security in mind. So before it performs any action or share data, it will ask for your permission. So right here, I'm going to say allowed. So GPT is designed to take in your instructions, make the decision on which capability to call to perform that action, and then execute that for you. So you can see right here, it's already connected to my calendar. It pulls into my information, and then I've also prompted it to identify conflicts on my calendar. So you can see right here, it actually was able to identify that. So it looks like I have something coming up. So what if I want to let Sam know that I have to leave early? So right here I say, let Sam know I gotta go, chasing GPUs. So with that, I'm gonna swap to my conversation with Sam, and then I'm gonna say, yes, please run that. Sam, did you get that?
I did.
Awesome. So This is only a glimpse of what is possible, and I cannot wait to see what you all will build. Thank you, and back to you, Sam.
Thank you, Jessica. And later this month, we're going to launch the GPT store. You can list a GPT there, and we'll be able to feature the best and the most popular GPTs. Of course, we'll make sure that GPTs in the store follow our policies before they're accessible. Revenue sharing is important to us. We're going to pay people who build the most useful and the most used GPTs a portion of our revenue. We're excited to foster a vibrant ecosystem with the GPT store. Just from what we've been building ourselves over the weekend, we're confident there's going to be a lot of great stuff. We're excited to share more information soon. So those are GPTs, and we can't wait to see what you'll build. These experiences are great, but they have been hard to build, sometimes taking months, teams of dozens of engineers. There's a lot to handle to make this custom assistant experience. So today, we're making that a lot easier with our new Assistants API. The Assistants API includes persistent threads, so they don't have to figure out how to deal with long conversation history, built-in retrieval, code interpreter, a working Python interpreter in a sandbox environment, and of course, the improved function calling that we talked about earlier. So we'd like to show you a demo of how this works, and here is Rahman, our head of developer experience.
Today, we're launching new modalities in the API, but we are also very excited to improve the developer experience for you all to build assistive agents. So let's dive right in. Imagine I'm building Wanderlust, a travel app for global explorers, and this is the landing page. I've actually used GPT-4 to come up with these destination ideas, and for those of you with the keen eye, these illustrations are generated programmatically using the new DALL-E 3 API available to all of you today. So it's pretty remarkable. But let's enhance this app by adding a very simple assistant to it. This is the screen. We're going to come back to it in a second. First, I'm going to switch over to the new Assistants playground. Creating an assistant is easy. You just give it a name, some initial instructions, a model. In this case, I'll pick GPT-4 Turbo. And here, I'll also go ahead and select some tools. I'll turn on Code Interpreter, and that's it. Our assistant is ready to go. If I say, hey, let's go to Paris. All right, that's it. With just a few lines of code, users can now have a very specialized assistant right inside the app. So here, if I carry on and say, hey, what are the top 10 things to do? We're going to have the assistant respond to that again. And here, what's interesting is that the assistant knows about functions, including those to annotate the map that you see on the right. And so now all of these pins are dropping in real time here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that integration allows our natural language interface to interact fluidly with components and features of our app. And it truly showcases now the harmony you can build between AI and UI, where the assistant is actually taking action. But next, let's talk about retrieval. And retrieval is about giving our assistant more knowledge beyond these immediate user messages. In fact, I got inspired and I already booked my tickets to Paris. So I'm just going to drag and drop here this PDF. While it's uploading, I can just sneak peek at it. Very typical United flight ticket. And behind the scene here, what's happening is that retrieval is reading these files, and boom, the information about this PDF appeared on the screen. And this is, of course, a very tiny PDF, but assistants can parse long-form documents from extensive text to intricate product specs, depending on what you're building. In fact, I also booked an Airbnb, so I'm just going to drag that over to the conversation as well. But just because OpenAI is managing this API does not mean it's a black box. In fact, you can see the steps that the tools are taking right inside your developer dashboard. So here, if I go ahead and click on Threads, this is the thread I believe we're currently working on. And see, like, these are all the steps, including the functions being called with the right parameters and the PDFs I've just uploaded. But let's move on to a new capability that many of you have been requesting for a while. Code Interpreter is now available today in the API as well. That gives the AI the ability to write and execute code on the fly, but even generate files. So let's see that in action. If I say here, hey, we'll be 4 friends staying at this Airbnb, what's my share of it plus my flights? Now here, what's happening is that Code Interpreter noticed that it should write some code to answer this query. So now it's computing, the number of days in Paris, the number of friends. It's also doing some exchange rate calculation behind the scene to get this answer for us. Not the most complex math, but you get the picture. Imagine you're building a very complex finance app that's crunching countless numbers, plotting charts. So really any task that you'd normally tackle with code, then Code Interpreter will work great for you. All right, I think my trip to Paris is sorted. So to recap here, we've just seen how you can quickly create an assistant that manages state for your user conversations, leverages external tools like knowledge and retrieval and Code Interpreter, and finally invokes your own functions to make things happen. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Back to you, Sam.
Pretty cool, huh? All right, so that Assistance API goes into beta today, and we are super excited to see what you all do with it. Anybody can enable it. Over time, GPTs and assistants, our precursors to agents, are going to be able to do much, much more. They'll gradually be able to plan and to perform more complex actions on your behalf. We believe it's important for people to start building with and using these agents now to get a feel for what the world is going to be like as they become more capable. And as we've always done, we'll continue to update our systems based off of your feedback. So we're super excited that we got to share all of this with you today. We introduced GPTs, custom versions of ChatGPT that combine instructions, extended knowledge, and actions. We launched the Assistance API to make it easier to build assistive experiences with your own apps. These are our first steps towards AI agents, and we'll be increasing their capabilities over time. We introduced a new GPT-4 Turbo model that delivers improved function calling, knowledge, lowered pricing, new modalities, and more. And we're deepening our partnership with Microsoft. We do all of this because we believe that AI is going to be a technological and societal revolution. It will change the world in many ways, and we're happy to get to work on something that will empower all of you to build so much for all of us. As intelligence gets integrated everywhere, we will all have superpowers on demand.
So, and leads us, as you saw, because I was quite impressed by how fast they are progressive and what opportunities they give for just regular customers. So we are even now can try those GPTs, also ask for API, but also if you're a subscriber for GPT, you can try that, developing your own chat and providing information as instructions. So this is cool task to try in any field of the business, tourism or any field of tourism business or any field of transportation, digitalization. You can try and see where it's going to lead. Also, you can give it for free to users to try if they are actually will be interested in. Maybe that one will be quite helpful to others. So Zapier, I like that one so much because you're just gonna tell your computer what you need to do, and it's going to prepare everything for you at more than 600 tools. So, I mean, I think it's quite impressive. So this leads us to innovation and let me see, and also to untapped potential of digitalization of sustainable tourism. So the innovation capabilities of digitalization are poses to revolutionize sustainable tourism. I see that quite clear. So from argumentally reality-powered ecotours that educate visitors about local ecosystem to smart energy management system that minimize sources consumptions, the potential is vast. So the utilization of data analysis to understand the predict tourism tourist behavior can lead to targeted interventions that promote responsible practices. And furthermore, digitalization paves the way for the creation of collaborative platforms collecting tourists, local communities, and businesses. These platforms not only empower tourists to make informed choices about their travel experiences, but also faster socioeconomic growth in host regions. And as we contempted to the potential of digitalization in green tourism, we must acknowledge that inherent responsibility, while digitalization offers a range of possibilities, it must be harnessed judiciously. Privacy concern, data security, and equitable access to critical factors that demand our attention. So education and awareness campaign are essential to ensure that the benefits of the digitalization are experienced by all stakeholders, regardless of socioeconomic backgrounds. In conclusion, the convergence of digitalization and green tourism often offers an unprecedented opportunity to reshape the industry toward the sustainable trajectory. The fusion of technological innovation and ecological mindless can yield outcomes that basically transcend economic growth and contribute to a harmonious relationship between humans and nature. So as an educator, researchers, and industry leaders, we have a pivotal role in guiding this transformation, ensuring that the digital age of tourism is one that enholds of the participants of sustainability and responsibility. So, and this is actually brings us to the last lecture that we're going to have today, and this with me, basically. This is strategy of digital transformation in green tourism. So here is a few tips that I collected and going to share with you. So basically, it's defining steps and strategies of implementation digital initiatives in green tourism and practical aspects that I'm going to tell you today. So first, when we're talking about strategy, we need to assessment a goal settings. So begin by identifying the specific needs and goals of your tourism business or destination. What problem are you trying to solve with the digital projects, and what outcomes do you hope to achieve? Are you looking to improve customer experience, increase potential efficiency, or enhance sustainability? So those questions you have to answer right in the beginning when you're trying to work wherever project you have. For example, I'm going to give you a few examples always after each one, that a national park implementing an app for virtual tour to minimize foot traffic in sensitive areas, aiming to balance visitor experience with comprehension. But it could be anything that the project that you're going to work with. The next step is a technology selection. So you have to choose the right digital technology and tools that align with your goals. And I did talk a lot about AI lately, and I think this is one of the tools that should be like must have in your list. So this could include website development, mobile apps, booking and reservation system, customer relation management, software, IoT devices for tracking and optimizing viruses aspects of your tourism operators. As an example, a resort using solar-powered IoT sensors for monitoring energy consumption, and an AI-based system to predictive maintenance. Quite good example. This third part, it's a budgeting and resourcing allocation. Exactly. Determine the budget required for your digital project. Consider costs related to technological acquisition, software development, hardware, personnel, and ongoing maintenance. Allocate resources wisely to ensure the project success. This part will be might be quite difficult, but there we know lots of examples that there is lots of startups who start with nothing. If you have a great idea, or the businesses that you can just focus on a better customer interaction, then it might cost you something, but then it will provide you more. And as in the startup community, people say, don't invest a lot right on the beginning. Do it personally. Try A test, B test, C test, and see how it's going to go. But mostly, as a suggestion for businesses, in 21st century, we have to more focused on customer relationship with our platform, whatever platform it will be. If the customer behind the screen love your product, love to interact with it, this is going to be a success. So example, allocating funds for an eco-friendly online booking system that reduces paper usage and streamlines guest management. Next part is the stakeholders buy-in. Engage key stakeholders, including management, employees, and partners in a project from the outset. Communicate the benefits of the digital project and address any concerns or resistance to change. So as an example, presenting digital project to local communities and investor, highlighting how it benefits both the environmental and local economies. And yeah, well, there's nothing to add, basically. The next part is a project planning and management. So develop a detailed project plan that includes timeless milestones, responsibilities, and budget. Assign a project manager or team to oversee implementation and ensure that the project stays on a track. And as an example, using project management software to coordinate and multi-phase implementation of digital check-ins at a hotel to reduce waiting time and contact, and it could be implemented to any business again, or to any business. 6, it's a data management and security. So establishing robust data management and security practices to protect sensitive customers' information and ensure compliance with data protection regulations. Implement data backup and recovery strategies. The security part is very important. Also, since Ukraine are looking forward to join the EU, they are very strict with the rules and also any services that are online with the security regulation policies. As an example, implement the GDPR compliance system of handling guests' data in European Eco Lodge. The 7, users experience, UX design. So focus on creating user-friendly interfaces for digital platforms. Conduct user testing to refine the digital and ensure the seamless experience for customers. So as an example, designing an initiative website for a wildlife sanctuary that offers virtual tours and online education sources that were quite friendly and you can access from either from mobile phone, either from the computer, and user-friendly. Mobile responsibility, no, oops, pardon. Okay, user content strategy, sorry. Content strategy. Develop a content strategy that includes high quality visuals, informative text, and engaging multimedia content to attract and inform travelers. Implement such search engine optimization, which is SEO, and techniques to improve online visibility. A blog series on sustainable travel practices, accompanied by engaging social media content to attach eco travelers, will help with that, because as we know, the website spiders, we call them, they are love blogs, because there's a lot of words that they attract the information that could be provided to the world much faster. I mean, in the search, yeah, like a Google search. Number 9, mobile responsiveness. Given the increasing use of mobile devices for travel planning and bookings, ensure that all digital assets are mobile responsive for consistent user experience. For example, ensuring a tour company booking platform is easily navigate on smartphone and tablets. And as a great example, the platform OK Town, the first generation that we created as a website, and see tracking of our clients, most of them, not even most, I checked it yesterday, and 100%, not even 99, 100% of the users are coming or doing search through the phone. So this is one of the also main thing, that if you create something, it should be mobile responsiveness. Number 10, integration with exciting systems. Integrate new digital solution with exciting systems such as a payment, gateways, inventory management, customer database, to streamline operation and data flow. For example, integrating a new online reservation system with exciting inventory and CRM tools in a boutique eco hotel. Training and capacity building. Training employee to use the new digital tools effectively. Provide outgoing support and learning opportunities to keep staff updated on technology changes. So the good example is conducting workflows, workshops for staff on using new software, new energy management and guest services, or new software for CRM system, or I mean any systems that will be related to your business or projects that you're working on. Marketing and promotions. Develop a marketing strategy to promote your digital initiatives. Utilize digital marketing channels, social media, mail marketing, and influential partnership to reach a wider assortment, a wider audience. So digital marketing campaign could be showcasting, for example, resorts, commitments to sustainability through new digital tools, and that will bring attention of people to your project. Performance monitoring and analytics. Implementing analytic tools to track the performance of your digital projects. Monitoring website traffic, booking conversions, customers' behavior, and other relevant metrics. Use insights to make data-driven decisions. I know personally that a lot of medium-sized or small-sized businesses that ever did a while ago did the website, they do not use the metrics, and this is a very necessary to do, because this shows who your customers, how they are achieving you, how they are coming back. You can see everything digital. This is a data-driven, and you can make a data-driven decision that will help your business to provide to grow faster and with less losses. So using analytics to track the success of a virtual reality campaign designed to promote whatever remote natural reserves. So this is an important part to do the campaigns. 14 is a user feedback and interactions. Encourage customers to provide feedback on their digital experiences. Use this feedback to make interactive implemented empowerments of your digital platform and services. So collecting guest feedback on new app also must have in 21st century. Sustainability and integration. So if you are implementing digital projects within the context of green tourism, ensure that your technology choices align with a sustainable goal. Opt for energy efficiency hardware and software solution. For example, choosing cloud-based solution to optimize the carbon footprint of digital infrastructure in travel agency. Cloud-based solution, right? So we don't need to keep it anywhere with us on Discord. We just cloud it. Regulatory compliance. Stay informed about relevant regulations such as data protection law, accessibility standards, and environmental regulations, and ensure that your digital projects are compliant. For example, ensuring an online booking system compliance with international data security standards. And this is more difficult, but as soon as you have the website as a business, as a government, whatever, as a startup, and since we are looking forward to join the EU, we have to follow the security standards by EU standard. Crisis and preparedness. Okay. Develop contingency plans and disaster recovery strategies for your digital systems to address unforeseen challenges of system failure. As an example, developing a robust online system for managing booking and communication in event or natural disasters. And not far from the end, partnership and collaboration. One of the most important, considering partnership with other tourism businesses, local authorities, and tourism association to leverage collective resources and promote your digital initiatives more effectively. Also, since we are reconstructing Ukraine and there is different fields as infrastructure, tourism, transport system, this is necessary to collaborate with those representatives of their field to have to kind of collaborate and analyze if we are going forward one direction, like we are going in one direction, or we are going to against. Yeah, because sometimes, and I see Netherlands do the same practice. I mean, I see Netherlands do that. For example, when they are building their infrastructure and building new houses, new parks, they have they have kind of committed that always inviting other commitants, and they are representing an idea and analyzing if that idea actually fits with other departments. And after that, after the approval, they implement the project. And this is very good because it also covers the nature, like they creating parks, they creating infrastructure, they creating a territories where the people where they're going to build the buildings, and then also divided into territories where there's a historical part, and everything is discussed with everyone, basically. So this is a big collaborative work, but it is very important to understand we are going at the same way as this sustainability that we see with our department. This is kind of the same thing what we see with another department. So collaboration is quite important. Also, for example, collaborating with local tech startups to develop green road planner for tourism, also as a possibility. User support and customer service. Provide responsive customer support through digital channels. Implement chatbots or AI-driven customer service tools to assist with the common inquiries. As an example, implementing AI chatbot to provide instant assistance for travelers on sustainable tourism platform. And last but not least is continuous improvement. Regularity, assess the performance of your digital projects and seek opportunities for improvement. Stay updated on emerging technologies and industry trends to remain competitive. Regularly updating for example, any updates for your projects, tracking app based on the user feedback and technology and advancement. This is also very important. So successful implementation of digital project in a tourism sector requires a historical approach where technology is aligned with a business objectiveness and customers' needs. By carefully planning, managing, and adapting to challenging circumstances, you can leverage digital solution to enhance the tourism experience and improve operations efficiency, and basically drive sustainable practices in the industry. Let me see. Well, yeah. That's it basically for today, and actually for all of our sessions. I'm kindly ask you to fill the form of the feedback. Did you like the lectures? What we should improve? Maybe some topic to talk wider about it. Some an opposite, but basically in general, provide your feedback. We will be glad to improve our lectures. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention. I wish you to work on projects on sustainable development, create your own projects, support Ukraine economy, build whatever you want to build with a wonderful motivation, and find that motivation, and let's AI support us also with that. And that's it. Slava Ukraini. Maybe anyone wants to say the feedback? No? If not, I'm going to turn off the lecture. All right. Thank you. Bye.